Hi everybody, welcome to Cyberfest. I'm Seamus O'Hara from Carlow Brewing Company, brewers of the O'Hara's craft beer range. Today we're in our brewery in Bagnallstown, County Carlow, which is about an hour south from Dublin. We're in the heart of what we call the Barrow Valley region, which is traditionally a great malt producing region, still is today. The company started in 1996 and started commercially brewing in 1998. So we've been 25 years on the road. We initially started off brewing with a 15 hectolitre kit in a different location, not far from here, but moved here in 2009. We scaled up to a 70 hectolitre brew house, a 2-vessel kit. We still work from that today. It's a very flexible system, allows us a lot of options in terms of the kind of beers we brew. I got into brewing, I suppose, initially interested in the tradition of brewing in Ireland and also in the region where we're from. And that was a lot about stouts and red ales, dark ales. The water in the region is pretty hard, so great for brewing those style of beers. And we got a lot of inspiration from that, and that's one main track that we still brew today. Really proud of our stout, our red ale, and the beers we brew that are influenced by the Irish tradition. We also have a wide range of hoppy beers inspired by what's happening internationally. And we're going to taste two of those beers later on today. We export about half our total production, and we started exporting even as a young brewery. So back in 2000, we got a gold medal and championship trophy for our O'Hara's Irish Stout at the Millennium edition of the International Brewing Industry Awards. So it was a very proud moment for us as a young brewery, but also it had a big impact in terms of getting us international recognition and open up doors for us. We like to experiment. Our barrel age program is a big part of what we do. Very proud of some of the beers we brought out over the years from the barrel age program. More recently, we've opened a brew pub in Dublin with a small 5 hectolitre kit. We brew and serve directly in the premises from the bright beer tanks. And up there we brew a different beer nearly every week. So it's very experimental. Allows us to try a lot of things, allows us to get the initial immediate consumer feedback, and then some of those products come onto our main kit here in Carlow. We also opened Ireland's first craft beer bar that was selling exclusively Irish craft beer on tap in Kilkenny. 2020 has been a crazy year for us. It's been a crazy year for everybody. But we knuckled down and we saw the off-sales business. It was still very important. There was a lot of demand for new formats, for new packages. Happily, we took the decision that we were progressing, and right up now into early 2021, happy to say that our new canning line is now fully up and running, and our first beer rolled off the line the last couple of days. That's our Nitro Stout with widget and can. Really delighted to be able to do a proper Nitro Stout and can, and that's going to be hitting the market pretty soon. Watch out for it. We first brewed this beer back in 1998. It was one of the first beers we brewed. And I suppose it was partly tapping into the heritage of the region where we come from here in the southeast of Ireland. Red beers, red ale is a popular style in the region, and maybe not surprising since the dominant ingredient, I guess, is malt. And this region is well known for the production of malt barley. So I said malt is a dominant characteristic of this style of beer. I suppose it was one of the first beers we brewed, tapping into that local heritage. We sort of thought it was a style that had maybe lost something along the way in terms of its flavour profile. So we used the catchphrase brewing into flavour. So this was our attempt to brew into flavour to a red ale. And it's definitely stood the test of time. It's 23 years we've been brewing this beer. Very, malty, coffee, toffee, sort of nutty sort of flavours coming through there, kind of sweet on the aroma. I guess one of the important ingredients to this one is a little pinch of roast barley, because it's actually quite dark red ruby, and that also gives a hint of roast and a hint of bitterness, sort of tart finish. That's, I think, quite characteristic of this beer. I think with food, the sort of caramelized flavors that are in the beer from the roast barley, from the caramelized malt, you think straight away of caramelized food. So, and roast dishes, barbecue dishes go really well with this beer. Also think with cheddar, with mature cheddar, the creamy texture goes really well. But I mean, my preference, you know, with any sort of meat dish, roast dish, is O'Hara's Irish Red. Thanks everybody for joining us on Cyberfest. Hope you've had a great St. Patrick's and that you've enjoyed the beers. Do give us your feedback through our social media channels, through Untapped, and we look forward to seeing you soon, hopefully in a pub as opposed to this virtual world. Yeah, enjoy the rest of your evening. Sláinte.